ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zoran Kazane, and welcome to my review/rant of Kamen Rider Gavv, episode 25, Virtual Happiness, Taste of Honey. Now, once again, as I had mentioned before, spoilers ahead! Remember, if you are going to watch this episode, please do not use this as a guide, even though I have more notes this time and a lot more screenshots. Anyway, let's get on with the episode. Shoma and Sakita were basically getting back from, getting ice cream. With Shoma probably eating more ice cream so that he can get more of those Blizzard Sorbet motherfuckers. Seriously. Cutest gochizos in the world, but I have a gripe with them later in the episode, and I'll get to that later. They find Lakia, or Rakia, or however you pronounce it, I'm probably going to be switching pronunciations during this, on a park bench, presumably homeless, since knowing the fact that he can't return to the Granite world, he'll be probably hunted down like a dog for helping Gavv. Yeah, this poor dude. Justice for Rakia, my man. They invite him over to have some ice cream, actually, with Shoma trying ice cream cake for the first time and getting this adorable scene, which I want to point out, these are my favorite scenes, just these little scenes of Gavv basically having these little flashes where he basically gets to try food and basically has a mental experience to each food themed to it. I haven't seen the ramen hyper battle video yet, but I'm really hoping something happens with that in ramen, or if that's the theme of the hyper battle video. However, Rakia is not a big fan of human food, as we then get shown Granite food for the first time. Rocks. You know that feeling that Elmo has against, Rocco? I for some reason have it with this image. It pissed me off when trying to get this image to open, holy fuck. But, long story short, we get revealed that Granite food is actually very similar to the rocks on Earth, which, gotta say, some really good story building. For fucking rocks! As well, something I had mentioned in the previous video was a certain Kabuto VTuber. This motherfucker. Why do I seem a bit more pissed? Well, I'm just hoping that the translated episode that I was watching had a mistranslation with his name. Because the entire episode, they were calling him Kabuto Guy. I kid you not. Kabuto Guy. I fucking hate it. However, this is not the only part of the episode that didn't surprise me. The fact that, in fact, yes, he is the Granite of the Week, turning a poor viewer of Kabuto Guy into a human press. Yeah, I found out the name for these things. Human presses. Kind of hate the name there, too. Not only that, but it seems that someone put out a message about, good old Lakia of ours. Basically telling other Granites, watch out for this traitor, guys. And we get our first glimpse at the possible Granite of the week. Hold up. Sorry about that. After the intro, we get to see that apparently Suga, the scientist from before, and Hanto, aka Kamen Rider Valen, with the stupidest form in all the goddamn existence, seriously, fucking hate chuckled with a burning passion. They were talking with each other, and Hanto, on his phone, comes across a post about Kamen Rider Bitter Gavv being back. The third one! Seriously. I know there's an entire army of the bastards, but holy shit! There should not be this many. Genuinely, I'm starting to get upset by how many of them there are now. Well, obviously, Hanto could have told Sakita, but apparently he's going on his Shadow the Hedgehog arc, apparently, because he just basically went off with Suga just smirking to his damn self. But, obviously, there's more. There's a part of this episode that I'm not a big fan of, and it's kind of the, more suburban, I'd say, part with Sakita and Rakia. Basically, the both of them are currently doing the task that Sakicha and, good old Gavv would do. But since, Shoma's currently kind of slightly out of commission due to his, ailments and shit, it's kind of up to Rakia. Leading to one of my favorite quotes ever, and I'm hoping this is the perfect translation. This sucks. Tired. Sleep time. Mood, Rakia. Fucking mood. Meanwhile, Shoma gets information from the Ramune Gochizo, aka one of the best Gochizo, up there with Blizzard Sorbet, and another one, who we will see later, of information of Bitter Gavv approaching. And, unlucky for him, Hanto got to the fucker first. I gotta admit, though, as much as I fucking hate Hanto's chuckled form, this is a really badass transformation effect. After the battle with Bitter Gavv, which Hanto kind of came out victorious, and Bitter Gavv's kind of being a poor sport about it. Little bitch. We do see a sort of interaction between these two, with actually a scene that makes me worry about Hanto's health in using the chuckles, because it's slowly beginning to seem like a lot of people on Twitter having theories about it being like dark candy to him being right. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm hoping Hanto actually comes out of it okay, because, okay, I'm gonna show this. I'm only gonna show this for just for a moment, just to prove a point. But you remember how last episode I said I was really hoping for a certain form of like Valen Cappuccino or whatever the fuck it looks like? Well, it looks like it might be real. But there is a repercussion of apparently Hanto going through a brand new like frickin' hairstyle phase or fucking whatever. And he seems to be using Lakia's driver, which I'm now concerned by. Because seriously, there are other theories about a possible Lakia death, and I'm hoping that's not the case. Holy fuck. Meanwhile, speaking of Lakia, oops, that's a bit too small. Rakia and Sakicha meet up with Koji, our sort of civilian of the week, I think, who is going to meet up with Kabuto Guy. Ugh, I hate saying that. However, Sakicha gets caught up with something and has to send Rakia in with this guy by himself. With apparently Rakia having a small flashback to his brother due to a scene. He then gets a call from Shoma, and, okay, I gotta bring up something. Two things. One, seriously, Rakia, invest in some new clothes, you look like a grandmother. And two, dude, did you bite off your attitude from Endolf from Kyoryuger? Seriously, go listen to this guy speaking in Kyoryuger, then look at, like, frickin' Vram, and you'll see a difference. Or you'll see a similarity. But long story short, Shoma is going to go fight Bitter Gavv. God, fuck, damn screenshot, I tell you something. Sorry about that random cut there. Apparently, the screenshot decided to take up my fucking personal space. But basically, one of the Gochizos goes to tell Shoma, hey, Bitter Gavv's back again. We need your help. Even though Shoma's probably still a bit weak. And this sweet as fuck Gochizo does the sweetest thing ever by opening the Gavv for Shoma, which is just so adorable. And we do also get to see the transformation to Blizzard Sorbet again, but holy shit, this still looks slightly derpy to me. I don't think I said it during the last video. I don't know what it is. Meanwhile, we get a revelation with Koji. As it turns out, Koji is actually the original owner of Kabuto Guy. If you named him Kabuto Guy, buddy, I'm gonna hate you permanently. And it turns out that somehow, even though this guy has some pretty good tracking, this is the Grand Ute. Ironically, the only unrealistic part of this episode is the fact that this fucking Granute somehow had perfect face tracking. Well, before this Granute could attack Koji, good old Vram stopped him and basically told the fucker to run! Meanwhile, at the same time, Shoma got his ass kicked by Bitter Gavv. As it turns out, the Blizzard Sorbet has a bit of a timer. Basically, you're not fast enough, it melts, and you dehension, causing Shoma to get punched in the fucking stomach. Well, no, you know what I mean, like the upper abdomen area. He didn't get punched in the gob, sadly. I don't know why I said sadly like that. And when Bitter Gavv ran off thinking he won, who else came out but apparently Hanto, who basically wants a bit of a time to fight him too. And I just want to say, as much as I hate this form, Hanto's a badass in this episode with him taking a barrel to the head and using his own head to hit the barrel back. After the battle, which, yes, Hanto won, he began feeling chest pain again, which, again, I'm getting really worried on the dude and basically just saying, dude, just stop using the chuckles. It's literally the dark convections for you. Like, holy fuck. Meanwhile, the Kabuto guy is going off on exposition, which, by the way, I just want to point out, the fact we had 2 villains today with the recent episode of Gojuger and this episode of Gavv, both having exposition, the only difference is Lakia let him speak, and the guy in that episode didn't. Lakia then learns of the fact that he is now a fugitive. And, learning all this, he transforms into Kamen Rider Vram to fight this Granute. And that's where the episode ends. Now, unlike last time, no, I will not be showing the ending thing. As much as I would have wanted to do that, I'm not going to make that a habit, as I had said before. Honestly, I really like this episode. Like the last episode, there are some good parts and some bad parts. And honestly, this episode might have actually made me hate Shakold a bit less with the fighting scenes. I just don't really like the suit. I'm just going to be honest there. Sakicha and Dakia's scenes kind of fell flat for me. But nevertheless, I'm genuinely hopeful for the future. But honestly, what did you guys think? Comment down below. Make sure to hit that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And as well, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Because, seriously, I do not post frequently enough for you to, Nevertheless, I have been Soren, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Bye-bye!